Hello everybody, welcome back to Football Daily Weekly. Lovely to have you looking at us. Laurence is here.
Hey.
And Adam from BlueMoonRisingTV is here. Fantastic. That's not a bad little one to get the show underway. We're previewing tonight's Champions League games, so you don't have to. Barcelona versus...
Because you would have otherwise.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. My goodness, do we save you a hassle. Up first, PSG versus Barcelona. Barcelona in the quarterfinals for the 8th consecutive season, which is a record.
What a surprise.
Really?
Not too shabby, eh?
Yeah.
Not too shabby. How do you see this one going, Adam? This is a mouth-watering one. They've played each other a few times in the recent
I don't really
seasons.
know about this one. The other two games from, you got Juve, who I thought were going to win. This is one that I don't think we can call.
What?
But we're damn well going to try.
But we're going to try.
Hello? We can't call them.
I don't know. I'm really stuck with this one.
Yeah.
I really like both teams. I like watching both teams, and both teams have the ability to beat each other. But I think it's going to be a case of a lot of goals. That's what I think. A lot of goals, because both defences can be quite shaky.
Sure.
PSG love a 3-3 on aggregate in Europe.
I'd love it.
They went out to Barcelona, 3-3 on aggregate.
Turns out we can call this, all right.
3-3.
And then they went out to Chelsea
Yeah.
on 3-3. And then they went through against Chelsea, 3-3 on away goals. So surely it'll be an away goals affair, Laurence.
Yes, surely it will.
Because that's how football
Nobody
works.
knows.
There's no other iteration of football.
Score predictions for tonight's game. Paris Saint-Germain versus Barcelona.
2-1 Barcelona.
2-1 Barcelona, an away win. Laurence, what do you think?
3-1 Barcelona.
I'm going 2-1 PSG.
Are we going to have a 3-3 in the end, though?
Yes, 2-0 to PSG in the second leg.
Right.
3-3.
Yeah.
Everyone wins.
Because they love it.
Yeah, mine wouldn't work out then for the 3. It would need to go to extra time and penalties,
Yes, exactly, yeah.
which is what could definitely happen.
Ooh.
Yes.
No, I think
Could
2-1
be
PSG.
maybe. Yeah, no, I like
I think
that.
they're going to break maybe the 3-3 business. Let's now talk about Bayern Munich and FC Porto, because they are playing each other in the quarter-final.
The shell of Bayern Munich, we should say.
Well, they've got a lot of injuries.
Injury-ravaged Bayern Munich.
Bayern Munich. Yeah, even with a lot of injuries, they still look like one of the best teams in Europe.
Yeah, they've only got Muller, Lewandowski, Lahm, Thiago. It could be worse, couldn't it?
It could be a lot worse.
Could be a
yeah.
lot worse.
Thiago obviously coming back from a very long-term injury
Yes,
himself.
good to see him back.
Absolutely. So, I mean, FC Porto, you're not a big fan of theirs, Adam. You don't like them for some reason.
I don't know. They've still got charisma. They've always had charisma.
No, they haven't.
I like Jackson Martinez.
But we all like a bit of charisma.
I do like Jackson Martinez. I think he is a real talent.
Yes, he is indeed. He scored an absolute hatful of goals.
He scores goals for fun, so he could
And
be
also professionally.
against Bayern Munich's ravaged defence. Porto could have a very strange outside chance here.
Yeah.
They're playing Jabi Alonso. I think they played him in defence at
Alongside
weekend.
Dante, bear that in mind. Yeah.
That's very true, but it is a bit makeshift. So
They're attackable.
if
let's put
there's
it that
ever
way.
a good time to play Bayern Munich, this
Indeed.
could be the time.
No, I think you're absolutely right, because in other circumstances it would possibly be damage limitation. Porto often get this far in the competition and then don't get much further. Of course, they don't have perhaps the quality. Could there be an upset here, Laurence, or is that just wishful thinking?
Only purely because of the injuries that Bayern Munich had. But then you say people will return as well over these legs. It's going to be interesting to see if they play Xabi Alonso as part of that back line, or if they're going to manage to rush a player back in time. You've still got Dante in there, still someone who can organise the back line. Pepe Reina is a wonderful goalkeeper. You wonder if Neuer will be back for this tie. You'd hope so, because that's just one more guy in the back line for them.
Yeah.
I still think Bayern will have enough and will get past Porto.
Sure.
But they'll be challenged, I think. And
Okay.
I can see Porto getting goals through the likes of the surprising.
Yeah. All right. Let's have a prediction then, Adam, for the first leg.
1-1.
1-1. Okay. Laurence.
1-1.
Yeah, 2-1 to Bayern.
I'm going to agree with you. I was thinking 2-1 Bayern as well. But it would be all to play for still in the second leg.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There are your Champions League predictions for tonight's matches, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much to Laurence. Thank you very much for Adam being here from BlueMoonRisingTV. Go and check that out if you're a Manchester City fan, or if you're not, it's still worth a turn of the head. And we'll see you next time.